What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, Create Space. Link will be in the description box below, as usual. This one's entitled when light-skinned girls look better. It's not what you think, but that's the title. So this is how this came about. So a friend of mine gets on a dating site, and I'm petty with my friends. So I get on the site just to troll my friend, just so like, yeah, I'm bad. So I'm the friend that's gonna hit you up and favorite you and hit you in your own DM like, don't nobody want your ass. So that's how this started, right? So I happen to get look at the pictures, and I started seeing things. Like I started seeing, the girls, the cute girls or whatever, and the bad looking girls, and and what made the girls cuter, and what made the girls unattractive. And I started seeing the color about it, like with the darker girls that were doing wrong, because they were doing more wrong than the lighter girls. And then I said, wait a minute, this might just be on this. So I got on Facebook, and I got on brown and dark girls are hotter. I've been like that page. It's some bad chicks on there, boy. And then I decided to look at a lighter one. I'm like, okay. And I started thinking about, past and trying to equate it to what I've been seeing over the years, because I wasn't thinking about this, because it just all popped into my head happenstance. So I'm sorry for the long preface about this, because I figure like people need to know the backstory before I get into this, because if they watch this, they gonna think it's something that it's not. So let's get into it. And what I seen, one of the things that I saw first was less smiling. Like the darker girls didn't smile as much. It was more, whether she was cute or ugly, it was less smiling. When it came to pictures and stuff, there was less dark girls who how can I say this? They didn't maximize their positive attributes and minimize their negative attributes as much as the lighter ones. It seemed like they were more comfortable with bad pictures, taking bad pictures and just posting. And when they look good in pictures, because I'm not a person that takes pictures. I don't really like pictures, but they had the little, I guess, the filter lighting thing that lightens the picture. So when they look fly in pictures and they were darker, at first I didn't know they was dark, because they lighten the picture. So if I saw other pictures, it's like, oh, she's darker than that. So that's a problem, This is because I think, and people got their own biases that they can put on it. So I think that's part of it too. But this is what I was seeing as far as mistakes being made, and I can see, and as a guy, I see why guys will gravitate, to lighter girls, because the other thing was, in a general sense, they were looking happier. Don't get it twisted. Women who had a banging body, no matter how light or how dark, they showed off their banging body. Women who had a fine face, a lot of them did the stone face thing too, right? But there was a more percentage of lighter girls who were smiling in the pictures. Even in that, the percentage was higher of girls who was seem more comfortable in their femininity and with the little nuances that guys kind of like. I can't. Like they enjoyed being a lady. They enjoyed the clothes that they were wearing. They were feminine, more dainty. That's what I would say. More dainty, more comfortable with dainty type stuff. You know, so it makes it more attractive when you see that more. And I'm just talking about looks part. I'm not, aesthetically. That's the things I just pick up on when I'm looking at things. I don't know how to say this nicely, but when the girls were overweight, a lot of girls who were overweight were, trying to look better, like wearing their best outfit to make them look as good as possible. Darker girls, not so much. Had drinks in their hands and stuff, which means like she's only gonna get bigger. So ain't nothing, a big girl with big arms in a not so flattering looking dress with a drink in her hand, like, yeah, it's not cute. A big girl, lighter, trying to keep it together and posing hard in a form-fitting dress, that's probably going to get her more attention. Just the size of how she presents herself alone. So that presentation part, I see was a big difference, because it seemed like they were more cognizant of showing themselves in the best light. How can I? Like I said, I'm. It's really an amalgamation of all the things I peeped out, and the things I started thinking about just in general. Because I only know it's only one dark-skinned chick that I know right now that you're gonna always see her. She's cognizant of looking her best in every picture, but she has a clothing line, Fanny's collection, Fanny's house. She's from Congo. Cool people. She married. Don't go trolling her, because her husband slapped the shit out you. And I will agree with that message. But she's cognizant of that, and even like Facebook, Instagram, and all that. I noticed that. Like, there's a certain tone. Like, I'm gonna point this out. Like, I got friends who are into health and fitness, trainers and stuff like that. And they're not as feminine because they're trainers, and they're lighter, but their lifestyle in the training, they look good, but at the same time, you can tell, they're a little bit more aggressive, just the energy. And it comes out in the pictures, even when they're doing feminine stuff in the pictures. That's kind of one of the problems, because it comes off that people have a little bit more, I guess, less reserved, less demure, seductive in the pictures. And I think maybe the people taking the pictures don't realize that they're not doing that. Like, they're not looking like, relax a little bit, settle down, start feeling yourself a little bit more, have a good time, because how can I say this? Clothing selection. It seemed like, I'm not gonna say it seemed like people were dressing better. Not as far as like labels, not as far as matching, but it seemed like people knew this was my outfit. This is the one that this is the favorite one. This is the one that gets all the looks and the likes. It seemed like they knew what their best outfits was to present themselves the best, which I guess would be presentation. And I think that's another reason why people see him as cuter. Now this is just what I was seeing through the pictures. In life, I think I see a lot of mean mugging in general. Like you look at a woman and she looks at you like, at first at least, she look at you like. Have you ever seen how a kid looks at you when they turn around and they see you staring at their mama butt, like just it's like that, right? So people always have that suspicious, what the hell are you looking at thing. but but just in view, and I think I said it earlier because I hope I said it earlier because I saw Chris's page too on Facebook, and hers seems to be more cognizant of that because from all from the other stuff I say hers has more dark skinned women who at least smile and smirk and have that little bit of feminine swagger to them that you could tell even if she has a stone face, she's comfortable in her femininity. I mean, it's just it's the subtlety. Like there's less feminine subtlety, So yeah, it's all by happenstance, but yeah, because I was petty. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. We out.